It's hard shutting down that voice in your head. Yes, that drunk brain always has a lot to say. But I've learned that you got to fight fire with fire. And you have to get louder with the truth. You know, that drunk brain likes to come at you and causes you to entertain drinking, glamorizing drinking. Maybe you've gone a week or so without it, and that drunk brain comes in and starts telling you, you know what, we can have a drink or two. We've been doing so well. We've gone without it. Clearly, we don't have a problem. It'll be different this time. Or you're really going to go the rest of your life not drinking. How are you ever going to enjoy life again? How are you going to have fun? How are you going to go on vacation? How are you going to celebrate birthdays? How are you going to go to social events? Are you still going to have friends? Are people going to like you sober? Are you going to like yourself sober? It's always in your ear yapping. But like I said, that's where I've learned you've got to get louder with the truth. And how you do that is by playing the tape forward and use your track record to do that. And I would get very graphic when I would play the tape forward in early sobriety. I would start with, well, if I do decide to drink, what's it going to be like waking up at 3 a.m. with my heart racing in a full-blown panic? And then I have to look at my phone and face all the embarrassment, get secondhand embarrassment from the firsthand embarrassment with all the people I text, FaceTimed, stuff I posted on social media, and then deal with my spouse who is probably pissed off at me because I probably said or did something stupid, and then I have to launch the apology tour with a bunch of blanket statement apologies because I didn't remember what I did. And then it's just a slippery slope from there. I tell myself I'm not going to drink, but as the hangover would rage on and the anxiety got worse, I would ultimately end up drinking because that's the only way I could find some relief. That's the only way I could calm the anxiety. And then I would just be right back to where I was drinking again. My mental health would turn to trash quick. I would probably pack on a bunch of weight. And then I would have to try to get another day one to stick, which it took me forever to get a day one to stick. So for me, over time of doing that constantly, repetitively, over and over again, it's almost a default for me now that if I'm out and about and I see someone drinking at a social event, a drink that maybe I used to like, I used to enjoy, there may be a slight second there where I'm like, oh, but then right away that other voice comes in with the truth, with my track record that I have plenty of receipts for, and it shuts that voice down right away. But it took time of me doing that before it became a default, before it just became an automatic thing that my brain just does. And for the most part, it has completely silenced that drunk voice.